Ah. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. Do you know what? I don't know what to believe anymore. There has to be an element. I don't know why I feel like this, but let me know in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. There has to be an element where I feel like some of these players, I don't think they want to play for Chelsea anymore. They see how the season's gone and they see that there's probably no possibility of doing anything this season. And I feel like some of these players probably don't want to play. But then there's also the element that they could be genuinely injured. And there's also the element that maybe Pochettino is getting these guys injured through the way he trains them. I don't know, because this is mad. How's Kani Chukwuemeka, ladies and gentlemen? How is Kani Chukwuemeka injured again? This guy barely even plays for us. He doesn't start for us. He barely even comes off the bench for us. We've been screaming out for Kani Chukwuemeka to play for us because now there's going to be no Enzo Fernandez. Even before there was no Enzo Fernandez, we were saying, let's play a little bit of Kani Chukwuemeka because he does have that attacking potency about him. He can give us something up front. Even when Cole Palmer wasn't available, we wanted Chukwuemeka to feature. He didn't feature. But it's probably because his body is incapable, or I don't know. Is it his body? Is it the fact that he doesn't want to play? I'm not really sure. Whatever the case is, this is not good enough for Chelsea Football Club. If some of these players are not going to be available, then what's the point? What's the point in having them? What's the point in having this dream that one day they can play for us? I don't understand it. Kani Chukwuemeka has had a recurrence of the knee injury he suffered in August against West Ham United. Reoccurrence. Why? What's the medical team doing? Why is it reoccurring? Why have we not sorted this out properly? What's this player doing? What's the manager doing to make this injury reoccur again? This whole thing has become ridiculous. Are they doing an investigation? You know, the whole talk about there's going to be a proper investigation in the background as to how these players carry themselves. What does the manager do? What's the medical team doing? Everyone must be culpable here. Everyone must be culpable. This player barely features and we can't seem to get his body right. It's mad. It's mad, ladies and gentlemen. This is what Alex Goldberg had to say about this whole situation, which is interesting because Alex does have people he knows internally. So you want to take his words seriously. He last summer said that we were interested in Darwin Núñez, and we now are hearing talks about Chelsea did approach Darwin Núñez, which I'll cover in a different video. This is what Alex Goldberg said. I've been told numerous times, even from people at the club, that Pochettino's fitness method and regimes, specifically the running aspects, are extremely outdated and not stuff done by other clubs, and that it's basically non-negotiable, one size fits all of his training. I've been sort of saying this, that you do need to customize your training based on how players' body composition is. You can't just have one size fits all for everyone because everyone's body reacts differently. I'm sorry, you have to manage it in that micro manner, but you're going to have to, because not everyone's going to react. Not everyone's body is going to react the same way. Gallagher might be able to run, but that may not be the same case for Reece James. That may not be the same case for Chukwuemeka, for instance, or Nkunku. You do need to have a different training regime for them. If you give Gallagher a particular training drill and you give the same training drill to all of these players that I've just mentioned, that must have a contribution to why these players can't come back. And more news, ladies and gentlemen, that even someone like Nkunku is once again apparently not fit, and we'll come back to that. Check this out. So Alex Goldberg, obviously, he requoted his own tweet with this particular picture. Report: Spurs players blame Pochettino training for injuries. Joe Williams, 6th October 2018. So this is something that Pochettino has been known for, running his players down to the ground. A number of Tottenham players have privately expressed their concerns over Mauricio Pochettino's training sessions, according to reports. Apparently, this has been the case at PSG as well. And then Carefree Youth, another one who has quite a good link internally. Even his quote tweeted Alex Goldberg's tweet and said this. So look, something we can't disregard this. A lot of people be saying, "Oh, Miss, you believe this?" Well, it seems like people don't want to believe anything anymore. Right now, I'm at a status at the moment where there's so much going wrong with Chelsea Football Club. You can't rule out any information. You can't really rule out anything. Anything could be believable. And that, for me, is not too far-fetched one bit. I was told earlier this week, Christopher Nkunku attempted to train this week, but was sent back in. This is coming from, I believe his name is Rahman Osman. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Nkunku. He tried to train, but he was sent back in. Is this brother ever going to get fit? Are we ever going to see Nkunku? Honestly, we need to start considering what are we going to do next season. Is this the manager we're going to have? If this is the manager we're going to have, some of these players I don't think can handle this manager. I'm not even sure whether this with Nkunku it's manager level. Can Nkunku's body handle Premier League football? He had injury issues from Bundesliga with Red Bull Leipzig, and since then his brother has just not been able to stay on field. A serious conversation needs to happen for Nkunku as well. I'm happy to be a bit more patient until next season, but if this trend continues for next season, we need to part ways. Because all these things about him being our savior, no point in having a savior who's barely there to save you. A savior that's barely there to save us. Incredible, incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, another injury news. Raheem Sterling feels something in his lower back. He feels something in his lower back. I'll tell you what he feels. He feels, I don't want to play for Chelsea. That's what he feels. He feels something in his lower back. Raheem Sterling feels something in his lower back. Both him and Carney are set to be assessed. I don't know. He was ill not that long ago, Raheem Sterling, food poisoning. Now he's feeling something in his lower back. It kind of gives me the feeling, as I said, some of these players, I don't know whether they want to play for Chelsea anymore. Not this season, at least. It's not worth it. There's nothing to fight for. Question marks around the manager. Is he going to be there next season? Who knows? Enzo Fernandez, after his successful operation, yet another player that just had his surgery. Another one that's out for the season through injury. Enzo Fernandez, after his successful operation, I will be back soon and stronger. Good on you. And so hopefully you come back strong, but it could be Mauricio Pochettino waiting for you anyway. Mauricio Pochettino says Enzo was in pain and was limited by injury. It is not good for him or Chelsea if he can't perform because of it. It was important to get it fixed. If it was important to get it fixed, why have you persevered with Enzo for the past 3-4 months? We knew this issue good 4 months ago from January. Why have you persevered? Why, as a manager, you've not gone up to the player that, look, mate, you're no good to the team and you're no good to yourself right now. Take the surgery and come back stronger. Because what has culminated off the back of that is Mauricio Pochettino has persevered with Enzo Fernandez, which has ruined Enzo Fernandez's reputation in front of Chelsea fans. Some fans may say, oh, kudos to Enzo fighting through pain. I love that. I love that attitude. I love that mental, that mental strength. But in all honesty, it's not really helped out anyone. From a results point of view, it's not like we've done any better. And what we've done inadvertently is we prolonged this surgery, which should have happened a lot earlier. So he could have come back a lot earlier. And now he's out for the season and, he's going to try and best to make it for the Copa America and then see what happens. The bottom line is, look, even when he does come back, all the issues are not going to go away because Mauricio Pochettino does not know how to handle and use Enzo Fernandez. Now, check this out. I thought I might share this with you guys. This was a very interesting tweet from Yunus. Check this out. It comes from here. There's a particular job ad, I believe, is going on. Yeah, so this is the job ad, okay? Jobs in football, new role, physical performance coach. Chelsea FC are hiring a physical performance coach. The role is to be a member of the performance support team, blah, 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 blah. Someone said Eva Canerio Did you apply? And then Eva said, no, still waiting for that call. Just understand that for a second. Understand. Eva's like, no, I'm not applying. I'm waiting for the call. And then off the back of that, this was quite aptly put by Eunice. Eva is stating exactly how top clubs should operate. You don't put jobs out asking any Tom, Dick, and Harry to apply. You identify the best and you contact them because you want them in. Correctly, she's waiting for the call. We don't operate like that at Chelsea anymore. 100%. Chelsea putting out ads. Everyone, come. Brother, you need to know who's best in class, who's best in the industry, and you need to contact them and find them. No wonder this is what we did when we were trying to find a manager as well. Just put out a job ad out there, and then all of these managers applied. Then we took 10 years to select our manager, and then we stumbled onto Pochettino anyway, who was a mismatch. Now we're doing this with the medical team. It's putting out a job ad out there. Anyone can apply. Any doctors out there can apply. Ridiculous. Identify the best in the industry and go for them. This is not how you operate. This is such a dumb, stupid way to operate as a football club, as a top-end football club. I can understand if you're in, League 3, League whatever, well below. I don't even think championship teams operate like this. What a joke! What absolute joke! And this, in a totalitarian, shows the bigger issues in our medical team and the bigger issues behind injuries. One of the bigger issues, because we are so incompetent. We're so incompetent. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Mauricio Pochettino motivating the players. We think we are responsible to motivate the players. When you play for Chelsea, the motivation is there. And it comes from, I think, Mauricio Pochettino. Fabrizio Romano. Give me 1 second if I can find that tweet from Fabrizio Romano. By the way, Arne Slot is the new manager of Liverpool FC. Interesting times ahead. It'll be interesting to see how Liverpool now perform under a new manager. Look at this. Look at this. Pochettino, if we are responsible to motivate the players, wow. It's difficult to accept. It's difficult to accept to motivate players as a manager. Wow. If you ask me, we need to motivate the players for tomorrow. We have a big problem. I don't believe that's the problem. The problem is the capacity to perform. No, the problem is you, my man. You don't believe the players need motivation. You don't take any accountability. You don't provide any tactical information. And there's so many other things that I've actually just tweeted this out. I want to share this with you guys right now. I actually tweeted this out. You don't believe in motivating the players. You don't believe in tactics, giving players the tactics. You don't know how players are getting injured, because every time in the press conference when they ask you what's going on, I don't know. I don't know why Nkunku's injured. I don't know why this guy's injured. You don't want to take accountability. You don't give any discipline to the squad. Let's not forget the penalty situation recently and many other incidents all throughout the season. You don't discipline the squad. All the plethora of yellow cards the squad picks up. So what do you do? So what do you do, brother? Just have barbecue. Just have a barbecue. Utter nonsense. Then no wonder these players, they want Mauricio Pochettino to stay at Chelsea Football Club. He don't bother them. He doesn't motivate. How could you not motivate the players? Your duty is to motivate. Yeah, of course the players will get... And you also have to understand, this is a young bunch. This is not your experienced players who don't need that level of motivation. They're self-motivated. These are young players. They need guidance. Of course you need to motivate them. You need to see what ticks. You need to see what gets them going. And then you got to get them playing for you. There's a really good article out there for Antonio Rudiger. When Thomas Tuchel first came in, Rudiger was in the mud under Frank Lampard. Tuchel came in and Rudiger said, the biggest thing Thomas Tuchel did with him was Tuchel came in and just asked him, what motivates you, Rudiger? He wanted to understand Rudiger. What drives him? So he can understand this player to a deeper level so that he can push him and motivate him even more and perform better. This manager feels like he doesn't... What's your duty then? What's your duty? What is in your remit? What's your job description, Mauricio Pochettino? What's your job description? Incredible. He doesn't feel he needs to motivate the players. Of course you need to motivate the players. For several reasons. One, them being young. And two, you are Pochettino, you are the father figure. You're the leader. You have to guide and motivate. Imagine me telling my kid, I don't need to motivate you. You self-motivate yourself. Madness. Absolute madness. Mauricio Pochettino and players fighting for their place at Chelsea. It looks like only I need to improve, no? The arrogance of this man. It looks like only I need to improve. He's not humble. He's not humble. He doesn't think he's a problem. Look, we have said it many times. Pochettino isn't the only problem. He's a big problem. He's not the only problem. There are several other problems at Chelsea Football Club, but I hate the way this guy acts. He is not humble one bit. It looks like only I need to improve. No, it is always the coach. We are all responsible and we need to prove we deserve to be here. You don't deserve to be here. Yes, some of the players don't deserve to be here. We've talked about that. These players actually want this guy to stay in. Spineless manager, man. Absolutely spineless manager. Todd Bowley and Baghdad Iqbali attended the Carabao Cup final loss to Liverpool in February and were at the club function following the match at Wembley. That now appears to be the last occasion they exchanged words with Mauricio Pochettino. Wow. Chelsea head coach Mauricio Pochettino today admitted he has not spoken to the club's owners for 2 months. This is actually quite incredible. Poch hasn't spoken to our owners for 2 months. This could be a bit of an indication that maybe something's happening in the background. This is probably one bit of positive news that I can take out of everything that has floated around today, is that maybe these owners are now fed up with him. Because these owners are all about collaboration, all about communication. They apparently can't contact the manager 3 times a day, to the point now we are at, for the past 2 months, he's not spoken to Mauricio Pochettino. Our owners haven't spoken to Pochettino. Let's see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about. Mad stuff. Let me know everything about the injury front, because that is the hottest topic at the moment. And of course, all the nonsense, once again, more nonsense from Mauricio Pochettino in the press conference. Smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, see you later.